Welcome to T1 Academy. In our last sessions, we started discussing about the different concepts, like we already finished our number system, percentages. So today we are going to learn a new concept called profit and loss concept. Now see here students, this if you are very good at percentages, then easily you can solve the questions from profit and loss. Remember this one carefully. Okay, so please go through the percentage videos once and then come to this profit and loss. Definitely you will understand it little bit quickly and very easily. Okay, now we will see what is about this profit and loss and all the remaining concepts of this profit and loss. Now see here, when you see the word profit and loss, usually the most commonly heard words for us are cost price, okay, selling price, profit, loss. These are the four most commonly heard words for us when we start discussing about this profit and loss concept. Now what is meant by this cost price? The amount which we spend to manufacture a product, we call that as cost price. Now what is selling price? Selling price is nothing but the amount for which we sell our goods, we call that as selling price. Now how you will decide profit or loss? How you decide the profit or loss means based on the value with which you manufacture the product and as well as you sell the product. For example, see here, if I spend some 100 rupees to manufacture a product, if I spend some 100 rupees to manufacture a product, now what happens for me here? If I sell the same product for 90 rupees in one case and for 110 rupees in the other case. Now please observe here students, if I sell this product for 90 rupees, I have spent to manufacture it 100 rupees and sold it for 90 rupees. That means what is happening here? In this case, I will incur a loss, right? If I sell the same product for 110 rupees, then what happens to me? In this case, I will get a profit. Here, what is the loss I will get? I will get a loss of 10 rupees. 10 rupees. How you are telling? You are simply subtracting this 90 from 100 and you will say that there is a loss of 10 rupees. And similarly, in this case, I am saying that this is profit. The reason is my selling price is greater than the cost price, and the profit here, what is the profit I will tell? The same 10 rupees. In this case, I will subtract 110 from 100 from 110. Right? Now see here students, that means from this understanding what I can say is, when we will get profit in any business, if the selling price is greater than cost price, if the selling price is greater than cost price, then obviously we get a profit in the business. And similarly, when we will say that we incurred loss when the cost price is greater than selling price, then we can say that where we will get a loss. See here, what is the value of profit? How I can calculate the value of profit means profit is equal to selling price minus cost price. Selling price minus cost price. And similarly, how I will calculate my loss? Loss is nothing but cost price minus selling price. The reason is very simple. See, whether we say the profit or loss, the concept is very simple. We will observe the difference between the cost price and selling price. If cost price is greater than selling price, then we will say there is a loss. If selling price is greater than cost price, in that case we will say there is a profit. There is a profit. So, based on these things only, now please see here students. See this slide. This slide is nothing but the same thing which I have discussed till now, where we can see the cost price, selling price, profit, and how we are getting the profit, loss and all the remaining aspects. Okay. So here the cost price we have seen, selling price, the same thing which we have discussed till now. How we calculate the selling price? Usually we calculate the selling price, from profit is equal to selling price minus cost price. If I send my cost price to this side, what happens to my selling price? Profit plus cost price. The same thing we have written. If I want my cost price, what I will do? I will send cost price to this side and I will send profit to the other side. Based on the requirement, we know one thing. What it is? Profit is equal to SP minus CP. Now based on our requirement, we will shuffle these three things. Very simple mathematical operation. Similarly, how you will get a loss? How you calculate a loss? Loss is equal to cost price minus selling price. Cost price minus selling price. Here also the same thing. We have three components. Based on our requirements, we will shuffle and we will write the same thing. Please see here, cost price is equal to selling price plus loss, selling price is equal to cost price minus loss. Like this we calculate the profit or loss in any business, Now we will see one basic example and then we will move to the other concept. Now see here, an article was bought for rupees 2000 and sold for rupees 2200. Okay, it was bought for rupees 2000 and sold for rupees 2200. The gain or loss is, first of all, what is the cost price they given for us here? Very simple, 2000. And what is the selling price they given for us here? 2200. By seeing these values itself, we can say whether it is profit or loss. Profit. And profit by what? Profit is equal to, we know, SP minus CP. SP minus CP. So we can easily say that the profit here is 200 rupees. A basic question for your understanding. That's it. Next, we will move to our next concept. Profit or loss percentage. This is very, very important, students. Why? Because you should understand how it is related to all the remaining things. Now, profit or loss percentage. See, just now we have seen how to calculate the profit or loss. Right? Am I correct or not? Yes. See here, the example which we have taken is, I have spent 100 rupees to manufacture a product. Among this, I have taken two selling prices. In one case, I sold it for 90 rupees. And in the other case, I sold it for some 110 rupees. Now, very easily you told that in this case the loss is 10 rupees and in this case the profit is 10 rupees. Okay, good, superb. Now, we know the loss and the profit, but generally in most of the cases, they will ask us either profit percentage or loss percentage. Then how we will calculate? Now, please observe here, students. What is the constant thing here, whether you sold it for 90 rupees or 110 rupees? What is a constant thing? Based on what we are telling our profit or loss? Based on the cost price. Based on the cost price. So, we always decide whether we got a profit or loss based on the cost price. Based on the cost price. So, the cost price is very, very important for us here. So, to tell the loss percentage or percentage of loss, then what we will do is loss by cost price into 100 percentage. Why? Because the reason is whether we tell profit or loss, we will always take our cost price as a base. Remember this one. Why? Because later we will use this in some other application. Okay. Now see here similarly, how we will calculate our percentage of profit or profit percentage? Same thing. Profit by cost price into 100 percentage. So when we calculate our profit percentage or loss percentage, we always take the cost price as a base. The reason is very simple. Whether you told here 10 rupees loss or 10 rupees profit, based on what? By comparing with whom you are telling this profit or loss? By comparing it with cost price only, right? So that means our base will be always the cost price. Our base will be always the cost price. Remember this one carefully. Why? Because we are going to use this one again and again. Okay, next thing. See here, loss. Usually if selling price and cost price were given instead of loss, then how we will calculate? What is the formula for loss we have? Cost price minus selling price by CP into 100 percentage. That means instead of giving loss, if they have given you cost price and selling price, then how you will calculate the percentage of loss means this is the process. The same thing here. How we will write our profit? Selling price minus cost price by cost price into 100 percentage. Cost price into 100 percentage. Okay, right. Now we will see one important understanding in this concept. We should all know that understanding, students. Okay, now we will see what is that understanding and how we need to do that one. We will try to know that understanding. Okay, basic understanding and important thing we should know. Generally in our questions they will say that there is a profit of 10%. Simply they will mention that in a business a person got a profit of some 10%. Then what we should understand, what is its actual meaning and how we need to understand the things means, please see here, profit of 10% means, just now we have seen, whether calculating the profit percentage or loss percentage, taking what as a base we calculated? Taking cost price as a base. Taking cost price as a base, we calculated the profit percentage or loss percentage. So the same thing. They will simply mention that there is a profit of 10%. But what we should understand is there is a profit of 10% of cost price. The meaning of this 10% is nothing but 10% of cost price. Similarly, if they say that there is a loss of 20% means 20% of cost price is the loss. Remember this one carefully. Okay, this understanding is very, very important. Whether you say profit or loss percentage, we always say based on the cost price. They will never say that there is a profit of 10% of cost price. They will never say. They will simply say that there is a profit of 10%. But we should know that 10% is nothing but 10% of cost price. Okay, good, superb. Now we will try to see how we will calculate the profit in general. How we calculate the profit in general? Profit is equal to selling price minus cost price. Good, superb. Right? Now profit what they have given for us? 10% of CP. Okay, good, superb. Now selling price I will write it as SP and CP. Okay, now I will send that CP to this side. So SP value will become what for me? CP plus 10% of CP. While discussing percentage itself, we came to know that CP or 100% of CP both are same. So that means SP is equal to what I can write here? 100% of CP plus 10% of CP. 100% of CP plus 10% of CP. From this, what is the relation between selling price and cost price I can write here is SP is equal to 110% of CP. SP is equal to 110% of CP. So, whenever they give in the question that there is a profit of 10% means how we are going to write the relation between SP and CP is directly SP is equal to 110% of CP. Usually, whether that is profit or loss percentage. See here, there is a profit or loss. We don't know what it is actually. Loss percentage of X percentage. There is a profit or loss percentage of X percentage. So, in general what we can write now? There is a profit or loss percentage of X percentage means SP is equal to, please observe students, I will write this as 100 plus or minus X percentage of CP. Why I have taken X 100 plus or minus X percentage of CP? See here, in this case 10% is the profit, so I have taken 100 plus 10%, that is 110%. So when we will take minus means if there is a loss, similarly how we have written in the same manner you can find the loss also. So if I say in the question that there is a profit of 15%, then how you are going to write the relation? SP is equal to 115% of CP. The reason is this is a profit, so I will add it to 100. Similarly, if I say that there is a loss of some 25%, then how I am going to write the relation? SP is equal to 75% of CP. The reason is I have subtracted 25 from 100. If it is a profit, add it to 100. If it is a loss, subtract it from 100. Similarly, if I say that there is a loss of 12%, then how I am going to write the relation between SP and CP? SP is equal to 88% of CP. The reason is it is a loss. So try to understand this concept, students. Why? Because we are going to use this one very frequently. Okay, and similarly while solving the problem, at some point I came to know that SP is equal to some 85% of CP. Then what is the conclusion you can draw from this relation? SP is equal to 85% of CP. The conclusion which I can draw from this relation is, here I am getting a loss of 15%. Why? Because this is less than 100 by what? 15. So loss of 15%. Vice versa. Okay. And similarly, in a problem, I came to know that SP is equal to some 95% of CP. What we can take from this statement? We can say that there is a loss of 5%. And similarly, if I came to know that SP is equal to some 108% of CP. What does it indicates me? It indicates me a profit, and profit by what? 8%. More than 100. That is a profit. More than 100, that is a profit. So in this manner, we will solve most of the problems by writing the relation between our selling price and cost price if profit percentage or loss percentage are given. Okay, next. We will try to observe the things and we will try to solve the problems. Right, now see here, a cycle was purchased for rupees 1600 and sold for 1400. Find the profit or loss. Find the loss and loss percentage. Anyway, it is very clear from the question itself. Here we have a cost price of 1600, right? 1600, and the selling price they given for us is 1400. The selling price which they given for us is 1400. From this, what is the loss we can tell? Loss is equal to 200 rupees. And percentage of loss, just now we discussed, what we can say, my loss by cost price into 100. So 200 by 1600 into 100, 1 times and 8 times. So 100 by 8, 12.5 percentage. We know while discussing the percentage sets, we have seen if 100 is divided into 8 equal parts, each part becomes what? 12.5 percentage. Each part becomes 12.5 percentage. Okay, understood? Right, now we will see the next one. By selling table for 330, trader gains 10%. Find the cost price of the table. See students, you can do it in two different ways. One is traditional method, I will tell you, and the other one is our shortcut method which we have solved till now. The traditional method is what? For only for this question we will see the traditional method. Later on for all the remaining things we will see our shortcut method. Okay, here they are saying that there is a gain of 10%. Okay, good, superb. Usually how we calculate the gain percentage? How we calculate the gain percentage? Gain or percentage of gain or profit, both are same. What we can say? SP minus CP by CP into 100. This is the formula for the percentage of gain which we know. Yes. So what is the percentage of gain they given for us? 10. That is equal to SP they given for us is 330. Okay, good, superb. CP they didn't mention us. I will take that as CP only into 100. Into 100, right? So now please observe here 10, 10, 0, 0 get cancelled and I will send CP to this side. So what happens to this? CP is equal to 3300. Why? Because I will multiply 10 with 330 minus 10 CP. If I send the 10 CP to this side, what it becomes? 11 CP, that is equal to 3300. 11 CP, that is equal to 3300. Now please see here 11 ones, 11 threes and zeros. So the cost price is what for us here? 300. 300. This is the general and traditional method which we follow to find the answer for this type of questions. Now the shortcut method which we have learned just now. A trader gaining 10% means, tell me what is the relation between selling price and cost price which we can write? Just now we have seen, right? So what is the relation I can write? SP is equal to 110% of CP. Right? That is the thing which we can know. Right? Here also we can find it in two different ways, but we will see. SP is equal to 110% of CP. Why? Because there is a gain of 10%. 10%. So what is the SP they given for us here? 330 is equal to 110% of CP. And they are asking us what? The cost price. Cost price means what? Nothing but 100% of CP. Cost price is nothing but 100% of CP. Now if you observe carefully, into 3 is 330. So here also you can multiply it with 3. You will directly get the answer as 300. So the cost price of that table becomes what for us here? 300. In this manner we will get the answers very easily if you know how to write the relation between selling price and cost price. So writing the relation between selling price and cost price is very, very important for us. Why? Because from next onwards directly we will go with this method. We will not see this method. We will directly solve the problems based on this concept. Now see here, and at the same time, this one is fine. Okay, we all know 100% of CP you will calculate. Or else you can calculate in this manner also. 330 is equal to 110% of CP, right? So that means what I can write? 330 is equal to 110% of CP means 110 by 100 into CP. That means I am converting this into fraction. That's it. Nothing more than that. So now 0, 0 get cancels. 11 ones, 11 30s. And CP will become what? 300 for us. So in any way you can get the answer. But my suggestion is go with this one. If you once understand this one, later we can calculate the things very easily and effectively. Now we will see the next one. See here, a mobile phone is sold for 5060 to gain at a gain of 10%. What would have been the gain or loss percent if it had been sold for 4370? Now see here, with the basic method we will get the answer very easily. I mean the shortcut method which we have seen. Gain of 10% means what is the relation between SP and CP you can write? SP is equal to 110% of CP. That means from the question what I can say is 110% of CP is equal to some 5060. 110% of CP is equal to 5060. Good. And what they are asking us is what would have been the gain or loss percent if it had been sold for 4370. That means if the same product was sold for 4,370, what is the profit or loss percentage? We don't know whether we get profit or loss. Now we will identify it. Now the same product, when I sold it for 4370, when I sold it for 4370, I will assume that it is some X percentage of CP. I will assume that it has some X percentage of CP. Now please cross multiply it. No need to write the percentage. Anyway, both are percentage. It will get cancelled. Directly you can write 110 into 4370 is equal to X into 5060. Now 0 0 get cancelled. 11 ones 11. 4 times and 6 times. Next in 2 table, 2 twos, and you will get here 1 time 8 and 5s. Okay, next here 23 times in 2 table. Next 23 ones, 23 nines is 207. We will be left with 11. 115 means what? 23 5s. 23 5s. So what is the value of X I got here? X is equal to 95%. X is equal to 95%. Okay, right? Good. So that means what I can write here? 95% of CP is equal to 4370. That means when you sell that for 4370, what is the percentage of CP we are getting? 95% of CP. If SP is 95% of CP, tell me what it is, profit or loss? Loss. Why? Because this is less than 100. Loss by what value? Loss by 5%. So in this case, the loss for us is, loss is 5%. The loss is 5%. Like this, we need to solve the problems. Next one. See here, if the CP of 15 tables is equal to SP of 20 tables, find the loss percentage. That means CP of 15 tables. I will assume that the cost price as CP only. One table's cost price, I will consider it as CP. What is telling? 15 tables cost price, what it becomes? 15 CP. That is equal to, I will assume the selling price of one table as SP only. So 20 tables selling price will become what? 20 SP. So 15 CP is equal to 20 SP. Now from this what I can write? SP is equal to, see, always we should write SP in terms of CP. Remember, don't then send the CPs to the other side. Always we need to write SP in terms of CP. So SP will become what? 15 by 20 CP. Am I correct or not? I am sending this 20 to the other side. So what I can say, SP is equal to 3 by 4 CP. What is 3 by 4? 3 by 4 is nothing but 75%. That is, SP is equal to 75% of CP. SP is equal to 75% of CP. From this, now tell me whether we got a profit or loss? Loss. The reason is, here the value is less than 100 and loss by what value? 25%. So I can say that there is a loss of 25% here. There is a loss of 25% here. Right? Understood? Next one. If the CP of 6 articles is equal to SP of 4 articles, the same thing. CP of 6 articles, so 6 CP is equal to 4 SP. I am considering one article's cost price as CP and one article selling price as SP only. Okay. So now what happens? Find the gain percentage. So here what I can write? SP is equal to 6 by 4 CP. SP is equal to 6 by 4 CP. Once again I am repeating, always you should write SP in terms of CP. Okay. So SP value becomes what for us here? 3 by 2 CP. What is 3 by 2? 3 by 2 is nothing but 150%. Okay. Or else if you know it directly, fine, else multiply it with 100. Okay. So now what happens to this? SP is equal to 150% of CP. SP is equal to 150% of CP. First of all, tell me whether it is profit or loss? Profit. More than 100. And profit by what percentage? 50%. So here the profit is 50% for us. Okay. Next. Now see here, by selling 33 meters of cloth, a man gains the sale price of 11 meters. What is meant by sale price? Sale price or selling price, more or less the same words. Okay, context is different but the same words. Okay, now see here, what he is telling us is, by selling 33 meters of cloth, a man gains. This is little bit different. See here, gain. How you usually write a gain? SP minus CP. Okay. Which SP and which CP you will compare? Always the amount of things which you purchased with the amount of things which you sold, right? That means see here, by selling 33 meters, that means initially also you should purchase what? or he should manufacture what? 33 cloth, 33 meter cloth. Then only he can sell 33 meter cloth, right? So that means he would have bought or manufactured 33 meters of cloth and then he sold that 33 meters of cloth. So that means what is the deal or the business deal which is happening here? He is selling 33 meters. So same concept. I will assume that 1 meter cloth selling price is SP and cloth of 1 meter's cost price is CP only. So 33 SP minus 33 CP. Okay. Then only you can decide profit or loss. See, usually you cannot compare 20 meters with 30 meters, right? That is not possible. Definitely if you have sold 33 meters means how you will compare its gain means by taking the 33 meters cost price only. Okay, here they didn't mention us that much clearly, but he is selling 33 meters means obviously would have bought or manufactured 33 meters, right? And what is the gain he is getting? He is getting the gain of 11 meters selling price, sale price or selling price. That means see here selling price, I have written the equation. Now simply solve it. I will send that 33 CP to this side and 11 SP to that side. So what happens? 33 CP is equal to, if I send this to that side, it will become minus and 22 SP. 22 SP. So from this what I can write? 22 SP is equal to, as I have already told you, always we need to write SP in terms of CP. Please be careful. So SP becomes what for us here? 33 by 22 CP. So SP value will become 3 by 2 CP. 3 by 2 means what? Just now we have solved 150%. So SP is equal to what I can say here? 150% of CP. From that I can say that there is a profit of 50%. There is a profit of 50%. You should understand this concept. Okay? Right. Next one. A shopkeeper purchases 10 kg of rice for 600 and sells at a loss as much that selling price of 2 kg of rice. Find the sale rate of the rice. Now first of all, forget about this rate for time being. We will see it. The shopkeeper purchased 10 kg of rice, right? And obviously, and he sells at a loss as much as the selling price of 2 kg rice. Right? Similar to our previous question, but in that case it is a profit, in this case it is a loss. First of all, we will write the relation between SP and CP and then we will go to that 600 rupees case. Now see here, in this case he is getting loss. Usually how we calculate loss? Cost price minus selling price. Cost price minus selling price. Now what is the loss he is incurring here? Sale price of 2 kg of rice. As usual, I will take it as 2 SP. I will take it as 2 SP. Sale price of 2 kgs of rice. Earlier we have seen there is a profit of 11 meters selling price. So I have taken 11 SP. Here there is a loss of 2 kg selling price. So 2 SP. For timing I am assuming cost price as CP and selling price. When this loss is occurring? When he is selling 10 kgs of rice. That means he would have purchased or manufactured 10 kgs rice and then he sold 10 kgs rice. So 2 SP is equal to 10 CP minus 10 SP. Now when I send that 10 SP to this side, it becomes 12 SP is equal to 10 CP. From this what I can write? SP is equal to 10 by 12 CP. SP is equal to 10 by 12 CP. Right? Now they are telling us that the shopkeeper purchased 10 kgs of rice for 600, right? So what is the 1 kg sale price? 10 kgs he purchased. That means CP of 10 kgs is equal to 600. Now tell me what is the CP of 1 kg here? This will be equal to some 60 rupees. 600 by 10, you will get it as 60 rupees. So simply substitute that 60 rupees here so that you will get the sale price of 1 kg. So what is the sale price of 1 kg? You will get 10 by 12, which further I can write as 5 by 6 into, what is the cost price here? 60. What is the cost price here? 60. So 6 ones, 6 tens. The selling price of 1 kg of rice is 50 rupees. The selling price of 1 kg of rice is 50 rupees. Okay, and one more thing, very simple. By seeing the options also we can decide the answer for this question. What is the reason? What is the cost price of 1 kg of rice? 60 rupees. By reading the question itself I can say he purchased 10 kgs for 600 means 1 kg will become 60 rupees. Now, and he sells at a loss, right? So your answer will be obviously less than 60. If he sells for the same 60, there will be no profit or no gain. Loss, sorry. No profit or no loss. But he is getting a loss means obviously the sale price will be less than 60 rupees. In the given options, if you observe carefully, there is only one option which is less than 60, that is 50. Okay, like that also you can solve the problems, but you need to observe the things for that. Okay, next one. Ramu purchased a bicycle for 5200, spent rupees 800 on its repairs. Yes, see here students, sometimes we will also see some other charges also in this type of questions. What are those means? They will say some damage charges, transport charges, okay, or handling charges. All these charges we need to add it to cost price. We need to add to cost price. So, in this case they given us the repairing charges. What it is? 800. Okay. Now, is cost price is 5200, but after repairs, so is total cost price. Total cost price will become what? 5200 plus 800. The reason is we should also add this repairing cost to that. Why? Because he will spend for that repair, right? So, overall he spent some 6000 rupees on that scooter to purchase and as well as to repair that one. But he sold it for what? 5500 rupees. He spent 6000 rupees and he sold it for 5500 rupees. Now tell me, profit or loss? Definitely loss. Loss. Loss by what value? Loss is 500 rupees. Why? Because 6000 minus 5500, that is 5. But they are asking us loss percentage. So 500 by what is his actual cost price? 6000 into 100, right? 2 zeros get cancels, 5 ones, 5 12s. So 100 by 12, 100 by 12. What is 100 by 12? We all know it is 8.1 percentage, or else 8.1 by 3 percentage, sorry, 8.1 by 3 percentage. When you divide 100 into 12 equal parts, it will become 8.1 by 3. Each part becomes 8.1 by 3 percentage. So, here there is a loss of 8.1 by 3 percentage, 8.1 by 3 percentage. Next one. Now, see here, a man buys 10 articles for rupees 8 and sell them for at rupees 1.25 per article. Find his gain or loss fund. Now, see here, 10 articles for 8 rupees. Next, 1 article for 1.25 rupees. Now, what will be this is CP and this is SP. Before solving these type of problems, make sure that the quantities are equal. The quantities are equal. Here he purchased 10 and he sold 1, right? That is the data they given. So, first of all, we should equal. Either you convert this into lesser value or convert this into more value. It is up to you. You divide the CP by 10. So, you can do that one, or else by multiplying SP with 10 you can do. In this case, for me multiplying is very easy than division. So, I will go for multiplication. So, what will be the selling price of 10 articles? Now, tell me, 10 articles, SP of 10 articles, else what it happens to this? 12.5 rupees, right? Why? Because 10 into 1.25, it becomes 12.5. That means he spent 8 rupees and in return he got 12.5 rupees. That means profit or loss? Definitely profit. And what is the profit he is getting? 4.5 rupees. But percentage of profit means 4.5 by 8 into 100. Please be careful. 4.5 by 8 into 100. The reason is this is the actual cost price by 8 into 100. Now, the same thing. 100 by 8 means what? We all know, when 100 is divided into 12 equal parts, each part becomes 12.5. So, 12.5 into 4, it is 50 plus 6.25. So, here you will get 56.25 percentage of profit, or else multiply 4.25 with 12.5. Anyway, you will get the same answer, right? Next, we will see the next one. Some articles were bought at 6 for rupees 5 and sold 5 for rupees 6, gain percentages. Okay, the same thing. Okay, they bought 6 for rupees 5 and sold 5 for rupees 6. Just now I told you, if the quantities are unequal, first of all try to equal them. How you can equal them? From the LCM concept, by taking the LCM. What is the LCM of 6 and 5? It is 30. Or else by simply cross multiply them. Multiply this quantity here and this quantity here. Okay, multiply this quantity here and this quantity here. So what happens to that first one? 5 6 are 30 for 5 5 are 25 rupees. Next 30 for 36 rupees. Now see here, they purchased 30 articles for 25 rupees and they sold 30 articles for 36 rupees. Now quantities are equal. Now you can compare the selling price and cost price. Yes. So profit or loss, he purchased for 25 rupees and he sold it for 36 rupees. Definitely profit. Profit by what value? 11 rupees. 11 rupees by cost price is 25 into 100. So 4 times. So what is the profit we are getting here? 44%. 44% is the profit which we are getting here. Next one. See here, the ratio between the sale price and cost price of an article is 7:5. First of all, by seeing this, tell me profit or loss? Definitely profit. What is the reason? It is very clear that my selling price is 7 parts and cost price is just 5 parts. Okay, next. What is the ratio between the profit and the cost price of the article? How you will usually calculate the profit? The difference between the two things, right? What is the difference here? 2 parts. Okay, 2 parts is the difference between the profit and the cost price. What is the cost price? 5 parts. So the ratio will become what for us here? 2:5. 2:5. See students, please be careful. They given us one option as 5:2. Don't get confused that okay. But what is the first thing which we need to write? Ratio, profit and then cost price. What is the profit? We have 2 parts and what is the cost price? We have 5 parts. So 2:5 is the perfect answer. Please be careful. Don't think that 2:5 and 5:2 both are same. It is not like that. So our answer in this case becomes what? None of this. None of this. The correct answer is 2:5. 2:5. Next one. A shopkeeper sells an article at 12.5% loss. If he sells it for 92.50 more, then he gains 6%. Now, we will see. What is the actual selling price according to the question? Loss, right? 12.5% loss means what you can write the relation? Selling price is equal to 87.5% of CP. 12.5 means 12.5. So, 100 minus 12.5, what it becomes? 87.5%. 87.5%. Now, what he is telling us is, if he sells it for 92.50 more, that means to this selling price he is adding 92.50. That means 87.5% CP plus 92.50. This will be equal to what? This will be equal to what? Then he gains 6%. Gain 6% means how you will write the relation between SP and CP? 106% of CP, right? 106% of CP, we all know it very well. 106% of CP, 106% of CP. Now, very simple. If you send this 87.5 to that side, what it becomes? 106% of CP minus 87.5% of CP is equal to 92.50 is equal to 92.50. So, that means what is the difference you are having here? 12.5 and n means 18.5% of CP is equal to 92.50. 92.50. So, you need to calculate the 100% of CP or CP. It is up to you. You can calculate 100% or directly the CP. Anyway, both are the same things. I will go with the direct one only. 185 by 100 into CP is equal to 9250. Sorry. 18.5 by 100 into CP is equal to 9250, 92.50. Decimals is very, very important. Okay. So, now what happens to this one, students? If you observe carefully, 185. Okay, for time being, we will cancel this. I will take a 0 in the denominator and I will take 2 zeros in here. Okay, for better understanding. 185 ones, 185 5s is 925 and 0. 50s. Okay, now please observe here, 2 zeros get cancelled and what happens to my cost price here? 500. So, the cost price, the actual cost price of the article is 500 rupees. The actual cost price of the article is 500 rupees. 500 rupees. Okay. See here students, you should understand this logic. Anyway, this is only calculation part. It is up to you. You can solve it in any way which you want. Okay. Now, this is very, very important, this understanding. First 12.5% loss means selling price becomes 87.5% of CP, and if he sells for 92.50 more, then he would have gained 6%. That means gain of 6% means relation between selling price and cost price is 106% of CP. That means 87.5% of CP plus 92.50 is equal to 106% of CP, and then remaining is just calculation. Next one, the manufacturer gains 10%, the wholesale dealer gains 15% and retailer gains 25%, then the cost of production of the table, if the retail price of which is equal to, if the retail price of it is equal to 1265, if the retail price is some 1265, then what? See, this is nothing but our successive percentage incremental. We have already seen the same thing in the percentages. While discussing percentages also, I told you we will come across this concept in profit and loss. This is one of that examples. Okay, everyone is getting a gain, right? 10%, 15% and 25%. So 10% means what we will write? 1 by 10. So initial, final. So initial is 10, final is what? 11. Next 15% means what we will write? 3 by 20. We all know. If you don't know, please go through that percentage videos, you will get the idea. So 20 and 23. Why? Because all is incrementing. Next 25% means what we will write? 1 by 4. So 4 and 5. Why? Because everyone is increasing the price. Everyone is getting a margin of profit here. So now multiply them. 10 20s, 200, 200 4s, 800. Okay, good. Next 11 5s, 55. 55 into 23. What you will get here? 115, 115, 5 6, 1265, 1265, 1265. Now, this is final price and this is the actual price. Actual price or initial price means nothing but the cost price. Now, according to the question, this 1265 is 1265. Luckily here, both the values are same, but this will not happen for all the question students. In this case, it happened. That's it. In this case, it had happened, but in general, this thing will not happen. That means what you will do is 1265 is equal to 1265. Then what is 800 equal to? 800 will be equal to what? Obviously, the same 800. That means they will be in proportion. They will be in proportion. Here 1265 parts is equal to 1265 which was given in the question. So 800 also becomes 800 only. So the actual cost price of that one is 800 rupees. Next one. Right. Thank you. This is the part 1 of our percentages. Next we will see the remaining things like dishonest dealer, if there is market price or discount and all those things. Those things are also very, very important. We will discuss them at that time. Right. Thank you.